Hey Tim, we're rolling now. Oh, we're rolling now. Oh my God, we're gonna do hormones right now.
Hormones.
Wait a minute. Wait, I wasn't ready yet. What time is it? Do I look all right? Now I'm feeling like
I think you're having a hot flash.
No, I don't know what's going on. I'm feeling really anxious. Well, hold on. Anyway, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're with us. Today, what are we gonna talk? Oh yeah. 4 ways to balance your hormones naturally. I think I'm getting it back together again. And who am I with here? Dr. Bob, America's drugless doctor. Dr. Bob, thank you so much for being with. Are you going to be able to help me?
I think so. I think we'll figure out something that'll settle you down just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to breathe a little bit, and we're going to be back really soon, and we're going to cover 4 ways to balance your hormones naturally. Hang in there. Okay, so we're back now. I think I'm okay. I got Dr. Bob here. He's going to help me out, let me know if my hormones are getting a little bit more balanced. But all kidding aside, just a little bit, we're going to talk a bit about how you can balance your hormones naturally. We've got 4 great tips for you. So let's get started with number 1. Dr. Bob, what would you say to people who are looking to get better balance, better control over those hormones? Because nobody wants to act like I was a couple minutes ago.
No, trust me, I understand. Most men, when their hormones are impacted, they usually become very passive because their testosterone is low. On the other hand, you might have some people whose testosterone is high. So when a man has high testosterone, they do a little bit of crazy things like go out and get a motorcycle and just go back to wherever their part of life. But the liver is the most important organ in the body when it comes to hormonal health. The liver is where your body actually manufactures some. Your liver is an area where they're broken down. Your liver has everything to do with fat metabolism. So when you think of hormones, usually you think of females because they might have hot flashes, they might have PMS, etc. So the focus of hormones for ladies is they may have tender breasts and heavy menses because they have too much estrogen in the body. A man could have issues with his hormonal health because he also has too much estrogen and his prostate starts to enlarge and he's going to the bathroom 4 or 5 times a night peeing and he's not getting restful, peaceful sleep. So the liver is so important because what it's going to do, it's going to help get rid, basically, of the estrogen. See, estrogen is in the water we drink, the air we breathe, the food that we eat. It's quite a problem. So hormonally, we want that liver to be optimally function.
And hey, I'll be honest with you, Dr. Bob, years and years ago when I was in my early 20s, you're talking about liver health. I had serious anger issues. So for the men out there, you got temper tantrums, all kidding aside, anger issues, especially with the person that you're married to. You don't want to have any of that. Or if the men out there, like you say, kind of getting quiet, maybe depressed quietly, because a lot of men, they don't necessarily express their feelings that much. We get it. Those are all signs that the hormones are really off, right?
Well, it's very common for men to have low testosterone today. It's more common. 40% of the men watching us right now have the potential to have low testosterone. On the other hand, most women have too much estrogen in their body because their livers are compromised, just like the men, and their liver's not able to process the estrogen, so they're going to have tender breasts and heavy menses, and that's not a lot of fun.
And we're not stereotyping anybody out there, but that is a really serious thing. I used to work with a lot of athletes in my past life before the internet. And again, with all due respect, a lot of the guys I would work with, I noticed this sense that there was something going on with their testosterone levels. They seem to have, like, how can I put it, a low passion for what they supposedly were hiring me for. Hey, Jonathan, I want to be a better athlete. I want to succeed. I want to win. But they weren't really like, I don't know, something was wrong. They were very soft and they were very just flaky about it. You know what I'm saying?
Their adrenal glands were exhausted. And their adrenal glands actually help make testosterone. But if you're taking testosterone right now, you got to be careful because sometimes testosterone can be converted over to estrogen. That's why there's something called an aromatase inhibitor. Um, People should eat broccoli. If you want to get one of your new favorite food, you want to eat broccoli every day. So let's talk about something else that can impact hormones, and that's sugar.
Okay, if you're keeping count, sorry to interrupt, Dr. Bob.
Right.
This is number 2.
Number two.
We're supposed to have more processed white sugar?
Well, we should have it by the mounds of white sugar every day. What white sugar does to you, it takes minerals out of your body. And your body needs minerals as a part of the cofactors to help make every aspect of your life. Your body needs B vitamins, it needs zinc, it needs magnesium. Those are all cofactors that help make this recipe of hormones. So like there's a lot of hormones we could talk about. We can talk about testosterone for a man, estrogen for a woman, but you know insulin is basically, it's a hormone. And we have follicle stimulating hormone, we have thyroid hormone, so we have lots of hormones. But if you don't have enough oil in your body, which will be another nugget, but if you don't have enough of the cofactors, it's all depleted and you're going to be tired and exhausted. And your adrenal glands are also impacted by no sugar, and your adrenal glands are your backup glands. So if you have too much stress in your life, you're eating too much sugar, your adrenal glands are going to be wiped.
See, that's the key. Understand, I was only kidding before about we should eat mounds of processed white sugar. There's no doubt about it that you have to be careful about having too much sugar in your diet, even if it's organic and it's all this fruit sugar that you're doing all the time. What Dr. Bob is talking about is becoming depleted. And if you're looking to balance your hormones, we've got to feel more nourished. We've got to be giving ourselves the kind of foods that keep us balanced and steady. And there's nothing wrong with having emotions. I'm sure you would agree, Dr. Bob.
That's right.
Being emotional is great, but having a clear mind and having a more steady temperament throughout the day, what's better than that, right?
Well, you know, it's kind of issue with blood sugar also is if your sugar is going up and then it's down. Back in the day, we used to talk about hypoglycemia. You don't hear too much about hypoglycemia anymore, and that's when your blood sugar plummets, your emotions are going to go havoc.
Okay, so number 3 we've got coming up to help you balance your hormones would be what, Dr. Bob?
Good oil. You know, you put oil in your car, and there's a 5-weight oil, there's a 30-weight oil, there's a 20-weight oil. Our bodies are no different than a vehicle, so you want to put the right oil in your body. You don't want to necessarily put soybean oil from genetically modified beans or corn oil from genetically modified corn. You want to make sure that you have a good quality plant-based oil, like an optimal EFA. You know, it's kind of interesting because olive oil is really not an omega oil. Olive oil is good, don't get me wrong. It's an omega-9 oil, but you want to make sure that you have some omega-3 like flax oil, some marine oils. Make sure that you're eating walnuts because your body uses oil as the basic building block for hormones. You could take all the vitamins in the world, you can avoid this, but your body needs oil.
Hey, Bob, as you're talking here, I'm wondering a little bit about some of these other foods that I think a lot of people ought to try to snack on a little bit more. What about walnuts, pumpkin seeds, nuts and seeds in general? Can you talk about that? Because that's rich in some oils, right? It's not like we got to drink a gallon of olive oil, right?
That's correct. So walnuts are a great source of omega-3 oils, which is really significant. You know, avocado is a really interesting food because it's an omega-9 oil. And I like to think of olive oil or avocado as olive oil in a container. So your body uses oil as the basic building blocks to make all the hormones for every aspect of your body. It's fairly important, some of those good foods that you mentioned. That's good, really good.
Don't be afraid of fats in general. I know Dr. Bob just mentioned oils to help you balance out your hormones, but certainly fats are really good. Okay, before we get to tip number 4 to balance the hormones, hey, a lot of you out there, you might be experts yourself. Health coaches out there, healthcare providers in one way or another, or maybe you're just out there and you have noticed that your hormones were way out of whack and now you feel better. This YouTube channel is all about helping other people. So please post your comment down below. Let us know how you've been able to help balance your blood, your hormones, I should say, and also if you've been able to coach or help someone else to balance their hormones. Give us an idea of what you've done that's been helpful, because that's what it's all about. Get those comments below. Dr. Bob and I would love to read that.
That's great. Number 4.
Dr. Bob, number 4. What do we got?
Minerals. You know, minerals are the spark plugs to the body. Minerals are like little ships out in the harbor taking items into the cells. And we live in a very massively mineral deficient society. And a part of it is farming. You know, we don't really have minerals in the soil anymore. Probably one of the more common minerals that's depleted is zinc. And the reason we have a deficiency in zinc is because wheat and soy take zinc out of the body. And I know Jonathan needs zinc for his prostate gland so it doesn't get swollen. I, of course, need that also. I also need zinc for my brain, and so does he, for a part of the brain called the hippocampus. See, the hippocampus has everything to do with memory and reminding yourself. But when it comes to the hormonal aspect, your body needs minerals. It's kind of like a secret recipe that Grandma used to make that she never told anybody. It was on this little index card and had gravy stains and that on it. And then all of a sudden, Grandma's gone, and you see something down there, and it just doesn't taste the same because it's missing a mineral. Well, your body needs cofactors to make all the oils to function optimally, the hormones in your body.
Dr. Bob and I are going to be doing many other programs. He happens to be down here in Florida very often. This is our home base, as you see here with our video studio. So we're going to be doing a lot more together. We've talked a lot off camera. One of the things that I really like to do to get minerals into my body every day is just a small little habit, and I've talked to you about this. Just a pinch of really good quality sea salt. Drop it right on my tongue. I let that dissolve, and I really take my time with it. I notice that as it dissolves over 2-3 minutes, it just immediately makes me feel better. It makes me feel more stable. And Dr. Bob, you had mentioned why maybe with a little insight into the kind of lifestyle I have, why that would possibly be something that would help me feel better. Is that impacting my hormones in a better way?
It's helping your adrenal glands play it safe because your adrenal glands are doing everything they can to hold on to minerals. And so if you're giving it's like giving your adrenal glands a piece of candy, but it's not a piece of candy. It's rewarding your adrenal glands for doing something right. And the adrenal glands really appreciate you feeding it.
I really do feel that way. So again, next time, I know a lot of people feel stressed out there and they've got hormonal issues and then they're reaching for like donuts or sweets to feel better. And I'm telling you, Dr. Bob, this is no joke at all. I take that pinch of salt when I do feel stressed out and I'm dealing with a lot of things in technology and all the computer stuff and the internet. And I take that little bit of sea salt and it really does make me feel better for hours and hours. It sounds crazy, right? But it's true.
I congratulate you for doing it.
Hey, hope you enjoyed this video. We've got a lot more in store for you as we keep working on building out this YouTube channel with many more videos. Hey, put your comment below if there's a subject you'd like us to cover. Let us know. Let us know what you thought about me having Dr. Bob here. This is America's drugless doctor. Dr. Bob, where can people find you?
You know, it's very easy. Go to your favorite search engine and type in Dr. Bob, the drugless doctor, or you could go to druglessdoctor.com.
Talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Dr. Bob.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.